Hey everybody, Coach Jason here from Top of Line Running. So a couple years ago, I actually put out a video, like a template, on how you can run anything from 30 miles a week up to 100 miles a week, with days off, with not days off, and so on and so forth. But I never combined it with several weeks and multiple weeks, and how you can make it easier to progress from one milestone to another, but in a sustainable way, so that you can maintain your training for a long period of time. Okay, that's what I'm going to do today. By the way, if you're a runner or coach, whatever you do, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Okay, and make sure you hit the notifications. That way, when I go live, you know when I go live. When I put out new stuff, you know you'll be at the front of the line when it comes. And my email address is blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. Again, it's blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. I do that so that if you have questions about any one of the videos, almost 600 videos that I have here, you can answer. I mean, you can have them answered by me. Okay, you can email me directly. I do answer my emails. So, with that said, I'm going to take you from 30 miles up to 90 miles. Okay, we'll do it one slide at a time, and everything will be written down. So, slide one, 30 miles a week. And again, you can tinker with this in any way you want. But 30 miles a week, essentially, to me, let's just say you're a high school freshman, which I have run 6 days a week, ones that I coach, with a day off every Sunday. All right. Just we could break it down. You do 4 miles Monday, 6 miles Tuesday, 5 miles Wednesday, 5 miles Thursday, 3 miles Friday, 7 miles Saturday. And again, you're building towards these volumes over time. Okay. And it doesn't mean you have to come out day one and do that. This is a good volume to build towards. And even if you get a chance to work with some of them over the summer, you can build towards this gradually as well. But this is a way of getting 30 miles a week, which is an average of 5 miles per day. Right? And keep that number in mind, because we're going to go from 5 today to 6 today to 7 today, 8 today, and so on and so forth. That's one way you can sustainably train. Okay. And then you can plug in workouts accordingly and so on and so forth, as well as races. So that's 30 miles a week in 6 days. Next up is 40 miles a week. Okay. Now, that thing is, let me pull this. Let me get that ticker out of here so you can see the numbers on the bottom. Okay. Let me pull that out. There you go. Okay. So now, 40 miles a week in 6 days and 40 miles a week in 7 days. This is an average of 6 miles per day. So it's 42 miles a week in a 7-day week, 36 miles a day in a 6-day week. Okay. And over time. Okay. So essentially 40 miles a week. One of the rules of thumb for me is, if you're running a 7-day week, the rule of thumb is for your long run is for it to be about 20% of your weekly mileage. So 40, that means 8, right? If you're running a 6-day week, you can add a mile or two to the long run over time as well, when you can see here 10 miles, okay? And then you'd have the off day to support it the day after on Sunday. So in your 7-day week, I'll write this backwards. You do 5 on Monday, 7 Tuesday, 8 Wednesday, 7 Thursday, 4 Friday, 8 on Saturday, and 3 on Sunday to shake it out. That's 42 miles in 7 days. Okay, over here, you're doing 5 Monday, 7 Tuesday, 8 miles Wednesday, 7 Thursday, 5 on Friday, 10 on Saturday, and then you have an off day on Sunday, which is 36 miles. Okay, so you're basically tacking on a mile here, a mile there, and so on. And you can do that by giving yourself a day off every other Sunday. And this is essentially, to me, your high school sophomores, let's just say, right? Or even your older runners who might be middle distance runners, half milers, and so on and so forth. This gives you a day off every other Sunday. Okay. And that puts you in a position to continue to train that way and allow you to train and recover at the same time. And then you can add in quality, long runs, races, and so on and so forth. So that's 40 miles a week. The basic number, it's 6 miles a day. Okay. Now let's bump it up to 7 miles per day. Okay. You'll see 7 miles, 50 miles. 7 miles a day is 49. So I made a round number 50 in a 7-day week and 42 in a 6-day week, which again is an average of 7 miles per day. Okay. And again, the 7-day week, rule of thumb, long run, 10 miles, 20%. I added a mile to it on the 6-day week, made it 11 miles here. Okay. And again, you're building towards these volumes over time. Okay. So in the 7-day week, it's 6 miles Monday, 8 on Tuesday, 8 Wednesday, 7 Thursday, 6 Friday, 10 Saturday, and 5 on Sunday. You can add strides and speed development and so on and so forth. If you look at my summer base training programs, you'll see where speed development comes in July, and then I start to add some quality to the training in August to make sure you're ready for cross country. Okay. In the 6-day week, 6 Monday, 7 Tuesday, 8 Wednesday, 6 Thursday, 4 Friday, 11 Saturday, and off on Sunday. You'll see a lot of similarities between the 7-day week and the 6-day week, give or take a mile here and there. but nothing else really, right? So, but again, 7 miles per day average on both weeks. Now let's bump it up to 8 miles, okay? 56 miles in 7 days, 48 miles in 6 days. That's 8 miles per day, okay? 56 miles per week. That can be 55 a week. So 7 miles on Monday, 8 Tuesday, 9 Wednesday, 8 Thursday, 7 Friday, 11 Saturday, and 6 on Sunday in a 7-day week. So 11 is essentially 20%, right? But in the 6-day week, I added a mile there, as you can see. So in the 6-day week, it's 7 on Monday, 8 Tuesday, 9 Wednesday, 7 Thursday, 5 Friday, 12 on Saturday, and your off days on Sunday. And you've got 48 miles. And again, you're averaging the same amount of miles per day either way. A lot of folks get into this, and I'll make this slide, get the slide off here in a second. A lot of folks I've come across have made the mistake of saying, okay, I ran 60 in 7 days. I need to run 60 in 6 days to make up for the day off. You don't, because that actually defeats the purpose of the off day. The purpose of the off day is so that you can actually recover. And to maximize your ability to recover, you want to make sure your training is consistent, right? So, and you can do that by averaging the same amount of miles per day, which puts you in a position to do it over a long period of time, okay? And as we start to get to higher mileage, like here, this is 9 miles per day now. 63 miles in 7 days, 54 in 6 days. Again, now I'm looking at, the 50 plus week, I'm looking at high school juniors, 60 miles a week, maybe high school seniors. Not everybody, but for the highest level, okay? 63 in 7 days, 54 in 6 days. Give or take a little bit of low volume for some, a little bit of high volume for some, and so on and so forth. But this is a good way of progressing. You can go from 30, 40, 50 to 60 in high school. And, in order to do that, you need to have a sustainable way of training, okay? So 7 miles Monday, 9 on Tuesday, 10 Wednesday, 9 Thursday, 8 on Friday, 13 on Saturday, which is essentially 20% of a 65-mile week, okay? And then 7 on Sunday, and that's in the 7-day week, which is 63 miles. In the 6-day week, 7 Monday, 9 Tuesday, 10 Wednesday, 9 Thursday, 5 Friday, 14, I added the mile to the long run on Saturday, 14 on Saturday, and Sunday's the off day. And you'll notice that in the 6-day week, the long run tends to be a little bit higher than the 20%, which essentially is the next level, which is 70 miles per week, which is 14 miles or 20%. Okay. So here's a 70-mile week. And now this is an average of 10 miles a day. Now we're looking at college level players here, college level runners too, and folks that are training for longer races, half marathon, marathon, and so on and so forth. Even though you can run a marathon, I've trained people on 5 days a week on 40 plus miles and 50 plus miles per week, and I've run sub 3 hours in the marathon. But this just gives you an example of how to lay training out. Okay, so in a 7-day week, 70 miles, 8 on Monday, 10 Tuesday, 12 Wednesday, 10 on Thursday, 9 on Friday, 14 on Saturday, and 7 on Sunday, which goes up to 70 miles. In the 6-day week, 8 Monday, 10 Tuesday, 12 Wednesday, 9 Thursday, 6 Friday, 15 on Saturday, Sunday's off. And that's 60 miles in 6 days. And again, at 60 miles or 70 miles is when you, as a coach, decide when you want to start having some doubles. Okay, and you'll start to see some doubles now or moving forward. So you can start running doubles in probably 60. I don't think it's a need to go doubles, but under 60 miles per week, in my personal opinion. That you can average that on single runs reasonably easily, especially with the day off every other week at the very least. So now 75 miles. You'll see the doubles here. In the 7-day week, now I've got 77 miles in 7 days and 66 in 6 days. That's an average of 11 miles per day. Okay, so Monday's 8 miles. Tuesday is a double run, 4 in the morning and 8 in the afternoon. Wednesday is 12 miles. Thursday's 4 in the morning, 8 in the afternoon. Friday's 10 miles and Saturday's 16 miles. Sunday's 7 miles. 77 miles. It starts to add up pretty quickly, right? So in the 6-day week, 8 on Monday, 4 in the morning and 7 in the PM on Tuesday, 12 on Wednesday, 4 in the morning, 7 in the PM on Thursday, 8 on Friday, 16 for the long run on Saturday, and Sunday's the complete off day at 66 miles. And these off days Now you're at 70 and so on and so forth. You can probably do 2 weeks of 7 days per week and an off day every third week. In some cases, an off day every fourth week. But plugging in that off day on a somewhat consistent basis, whether it's every other week or every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks, allows you to continue to train, reach new milestones because you're recovering, putting yourself in a position to get to that level, right? So it's just something to keep in mind. Now let's bump it up to 80. Now this is 84 and 72, okay? This is 12 miles a day. Now we're talking about the high level distance runners, right? So in a 7-day week, it's 84 miles. 9 miles on Monday, 5 in the morning and 9 in the PM on Tuesday, 13 miles Wednesday, 5 in the morning, 8 in the PM on Thursday, Friday, 10 miles. Saturday, 17 miles, which is essentially 20% of the long run, or 85 miles. Okay, and 8 miles on Sunday. On the 6-day week, 9 on Monday, 5 in the morning and 8 in the PM on Tuesday, 13 on Wednesday, 4 in the morning and 8 in the PM on Thursday, 8 on Friday, 17 on Saturday, and you're off on Sunday, which is 72 in 6 days. And I'll pull this off in a second too. Okay, I have that second run. I've been building that semi-long run throughout the week, which is essentially about 75% of your long run itself. So this puts you in a position to either run it continuously. You can do it as a workout, as a fartlek. You can do long warm-ups, long cool-downs, and all of a sudden you do 3-mile warm-up and 3-mile cool-down and 6 or 7 miles worth of some type of volume in the middle. You have 12 or 13 miles. It doesn't have to be 13 miles consecutively, right? It can be a workout as well. So, but this puts you in a position to be on your feet for a long period of time, a second time in the week, okay? And again, that's the purpose of the off days, to make this easier for you to handle that type of stuff, okay? And lastly, we're going to go to 90 miles. 91 in 7 days, 78 in 6 days. This is 13 miles per day, okay? I wanted you to see how it progressed from 5 a day all the way up to 13 per day. Now you have an idea, and everything is in writing here on slides. So if you have questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, so 91 miles, it's 9 on Monday, 5 in the morning, 10 in the PM on Tuesday. And I ran this volume in college as a junior and senior. 15 Wednesday, 5 in the morning, 10 in the PM on Thursday, 10 on Friday, 18 long run on Saturday, which is 20% of 90 miles, 9 miles on Sunday. Okay, and it's like, wow, how do I recover from an 18-mile long run with a 9 miles the next day? Once you get fitter and more experience, you're able to do that. And again, I can't emphasize it enough. When you add the day off every so often, it puts you in a position to recover and continue to train hard. Okay. Now, 78 miles in a 6-day week, which is still 13 miles per day. Okay. 9 on Monday, 5 in the morning, 10 in the PM on Tuesday, 14 on Wednesday, 5 in the morning, 9 in the PM on Thursday, 8 miles Friday, 18 miles on Saturday, and you're off on Sunday. Okay. Now, at this point, again, a day off every 3 weeks, a day off every 4 weeks is fine, okay? Especially if you can do a lot of the runs on softer surfaces, okay? If you can do that, I highly encourage you to take advantage of it. Well, it doesn't matter whether you train for cross-country or track, okay? But this gives you an idea of how to move your mileage out. Just because it's 60 days doesn't mean you have to do 6 every day. Okay, it allows you to build up a long run, have an easy day on Monday, which I like to prescribe for my athletes every Monday, especially if they're in school, helps ease them into the week. Because I found out over the years is folks who race on Saturday, not a lot of them run on Sunday to flush out the race, and then they try to come back and do a workout Monday. Well, you haven't recovered from the race yet. Why are you doing a workout Monday, right? These things are important to keep in mind, which is why I do a Tuesday, Friday workout sequence on a non-racing week with a long run Saturday, or a Tuesday workout and then a Saturday race or a Friday race, whatever it might be, on a race week. Only one workout a week in a race week with maybe some speed or something like that on Thursday, just to continue to move in an acceleratory manner twice per week. Okay, but it's up to you to decide as a coach how you want your athletes to progress, or up to you to decide how you want yourself to progress. But this is just a layout of how you can average the same amount of mileage per day, whether you're running 5 a day or 6 a day or 8 a day or 10 a day and so on and so forth. I wanted to give you a full week and a non-full week, 7 days and 6 days, okay? Just so you could see for yourself that it is possible. And when you plug in the off days, okay, for yourself, for your athletes, you can maintain a much more sustainable level of training rather than having to go 77 and then drop down to 41 week and then go back up to 70. Those massive drop weeks, you need more than a week to adapt to it. And then you need more than a week to go back up. If you're only going a week down, your body can be off its mechanics, and you might feel fresh a little bit. But when you go back up, your body can be out of whack as well. This allows you to do it in again, an extended period, train for a whole entire season, so that you're not having to make these drastic drops at the end of the season in an attempt to peak, right? If this is working, why would you mess with it? Okay, you can adjust the intensities and the volumes in the workouts itself, okay? And you can cut volume a little bit more as the season progresses. But if you're going to do that, I would stay there. I would go from 10 a day to 8 a day. That's 20%. And I would do that over the last 3 or 4 weeks if I was going to do something like that. Okay, just a thought. Cycling the training is very, 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 very appropriate. And if you do it in 3 to 4 week blocks, you yourself or your athletes have time to adapt to it. So I hope you found this helpful. Please hit the thumbs up if you did. Please share this with other runners and coaches that don't know about this channel. And again, follow me on TikTok. If Access to Coach is my TikTok account. Okay, so I'm happy to share, and I put out daily videos on there as well. So I'm happy to help you out. And again, reach out to me in my email, blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. Okay, I'll put some comments here. I answer all the comments as well. Have a great fall season. See y'all next time.